Hello, and welcome to Nahca Talk, a talk show by CNAs for CNAs and all other healthcare professionals. My name is Wendell. I'm your host. I've been a CNA for 28 years and a proud member of Nahca.
Hello, my name is Angel. I'm your co-host, and I've been a CNA for 17 years. A long time. So we are here live at Coronado Care Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Today we will be discussing a compassion of a male CNA.
Our guests today will be Sandra, Raymond, Ethan, and Emmanuel. Angel, are you ready to start the show?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Thank you guys for being with us here today. It's an honor and a pleasure to have such a distinguished group of CNAs with us today. Why don't you guys tell us where you work and how long you've been a CNA? Why don't we start with you, Sandra?
Hi, my name is Sandra Allen, and I've been an NA for 15 years and a CNA for 25 years. I work at Marbella Care Center, and I've been there for 24 years.
Ooh, you add that up, that's 40 years.
You got it.
OG in the house. Why don't we go with you next, Ethan?
Hello, my name is Ethan. I've been a CNA for 4 years, been with Marbella Care Center for the past 3 years, and I enjoy my job.
Awesome.
Thank you. Emmanuel?
I'm Emmanuel. I've been a CNA for 11 years, and I work at Marbella Care Center.
Wow, that's quite a bit of years, huh? Okay, so you guys know that today's topic is compassion of a male CNA. And I happen to know you guys, so I know the compassion that you guys have. But everybody else want to know also, okay? So, Emmanuel, we'll start with you, sir. Emmanuel, in this profession, what does compassion mean to you?
Compassion to me is being able to make the patient or the resident feel at ease and as comfortable as possible. I mean, from my standpoint, I mean, if I come into a patient's room, they see a big guy, 6'4".
And you are a big guy.
So they're thinking, oh no, I want somebody that looks a little more gentler, that's going to be able to, not hurt them in some way, I mean, in the sense of, okay, he's a big guy, So.
Has that always been something that stood in your way in your that you started as a CNA?
It's been an obstacle. It's been an obstacle that I've been able to accomplish and make people see the different side of me, where the gentler, caring, and make my patients feel as comfortable as possible.
Mm-hmm. I also understand that you guys had Male CNA Day. I believe the date was March 21st. I mean, how was that for you? How did that change your outlook at it?
It made a big difference in the sense, I mean, more and more males are coming into the field, so to be able to be recognized, just not for, oh, he's a big guy so he can lift, get all my people up and, stuff like that. So just to be recognized makes a big difference.
Yeah, of course, that's for sure, Emmanuel. Being a CNA for 11 years, how long have you been at Marbella?
I've been at Marbella for 2 years.
For 2 years. What would you say to encourage more male CNAs to be involved in the association?
I would say to have them just reach out and be a part of Nahca. I mean, there's a lot of valuable tools and ideas you can take to your facility, whether you work at Marbella or any other facility.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel.
Now, these questions are for the ladies. I know you gentlemen have been talking about male CNAs and everything, but there's a side that the women, want to talk about. So, welcome, Sandra. Now, I have some questions for you. Now, what are some of the advantages of having a male CNA on the floor with you?
With me, it's their height, their strength, but we don't depend on that. We're always trained to do the same thing. They're not with us 24/7, and so therefore, but they can be taken advantage of it when we want to be spoiled, you know. Basically, they spoil us, you know, like, let me do that, you don't need to do that, let me do that. So we take advantage of it while we can.
And it's okay, fellas.
I mean, that's our instincts, though, you know,
Yes, yes.
to do that.
And
You know?
we let 'em.
All right. Okay, I got another question for you. Now, do you feel that male CNAs can be just as compassionate or more compassionate than female CNAs?
Yes, sometimes more compassion, because they're women's ladies, females look at things different a lot of times than the men's do, and the men's is they would be sympathetic instead of empathy. They would have more sympathetic instead of empathy. So yes, they could have the same compassion or more.
All right. You know what, Sandra, I agree with you on that one, because I work with a male CNA, it's just me and him, and when the female residents ask, you know, just for a female, then I let them know that you know, he can go ahead and do it. He's more compassionate than the females, you know, so you should try him out. So when they do, when they actually go ahead and do it, and then they rather call on him instead of the female.
I've had that, yes, I've had that.
I want him to
With the same thing.
Yeah.
I experienced the same thing before, yes.
Yes, I agree.
And you know, you actually sometimes find female residents that actually ask for the males to come and help them, you know, versus
Yes.
the female CNA, you know?
All right. Now I have one more question for you. Is there anything you would like to say to your male coworkers?
Yes, I appreciate you. I enjoy being with you. I enjoy working with you. Yes, I do. I really appreciate what they do and how they stand out as a male CNA.
That's wonderful.
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much. We'll come to you, sir. So Ethan, if you was called up on to find new ways to encourage male CNAs, what way would you do that?
I would think they'd be placed where they're needed, pretty much. You know, help out whenever they can and everything, like what Mama suggested before and everything, where they're appreciated and everything.
Yes.
So pretty much put them where they're needed and everything.
And do you think males are more needed on the floor, or do you think they're just needed on the floor?
I would think they're more needed on the floor just to help out. You know, I mean, if someone can't do this part, well, maybe he can do it. If he can't do this part, maybe she can do it, you know? I think it's an even playing field with that.
Teamwork.
Yes,
Yes, I agree.
definitely. What would you say to your female coworkers?
I appreciate them as well, like Ms. Sandra said. I appreciate them just as much because they've also taught me how to become a better CNA, in my opinion. Not a better male CNA, but just a CNA, period. Where I can actually appreciate my job and the other residents.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I have one more question for you, Ethan. The reason that I asked you that question, Ethan, was because being that this is a female-dominant profession, I mean, where do male CNAs fit in?
They can fit in there anywhere, in my opinion. You know, they're just as good as female CNAs, in my opinion. So it doesn't matter where they're placed at and everything. If they find the right team, right place they'll do just fine.
I agree.
You agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
I heard him call you Mama. Do everybody call you Mama?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay, Ethan, back to you, sir. How does Nahca inspire you as a CNA in what you do?
That's a simple one, actually. They've actually put me more confident on the floor. You know, if I've been feeling down and everything, they're there to back me up. They've praised me. They've told me I'm useful to the field right there, and that brings up my compassion. That brings up my confidence in it and everything.
All right. Thank you very much, Ethan. As a male CNA, Emmanuel, has Nahca encouraged you to be more involved?
Yeah, I started getting more involved as of March 21st when our facility honored or recognized the male CNA, and it's made me want to be more involved in anything that Nahca does.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what about that made you feel that you wanted to be more involved?
It made me feel really appreciated that, you know, they took the time out to recognize the male as a CNA, you know, in the field. Basically, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, it was definitely something that I thought would be a great idea. I mean, from your perspective, Ethan, you know, how was it for you?
Really not that many in the field. Just to show that we're appreciated is good enough for me, to be honest.
So, Emmanuel, I actually have one more question for you, sir. Is there anything you would like to say to your coworkers?
I would like to thank them for being team players. You know, I've learned a lot, even though I've had 11 years under my belt as a CNA. I mean, every day is a new day, and you learn something new. Whether you have 20 years or whether you're straight out of class, there's always something new to learn that can make your job a little easier and better teamwork and have everybody come together.
Oh, thank you for that, and I'm sure they appreciate that. Thank you very much, Emmanuel.
Okay. Now, we have been talking about male CNAs, and right now I want to ask everybody this certain question. Now, what would you say, Ethan? I'm going to ask you this question first. What would you say to encourage the male CNAs?
To never give up. If it seems like it's down, don't give up. It's a good job, and everyone will help you when you need it.
Awesome. Never give up. That's my motto. Never give up. Never quit. Keep going.
Yeah, can't quit.
All right. Okay. And Emmanuel, I'm going to ask you, what would you say to encourage male CNAs?
To not to be afraid to ask for help, in the sense that we're all there to help each other out, and like Ethan said, never give up.
Don't be scared.
Can't be scared. Can't be scared.
All right, one more time for the ladies. Go ahead,
Right.
Sandra. What would you say to encourage our male CNAs?
I would always have them to visualize this is their family, you know, because this is, Marville is my home away from home, and I love these people that they were my home.
That's right.
And a lot of my coworkers also feel the same way.
Yeah, Sandra, you're right. I feel like it is our first home, and home is like the second home because we're there all the time. So yes, I agree with you. We're going to take a break, and we're going to just watch this LL.